I was 17 when I got cast. I had just finished my first show, Days of Our Lives, which I was on for 2.5 years. And this was my very first movie I ever did. My agent, Paula Wagner, who went on to represent Tom Cruise and then be his producing partner, got me an interview with J. Lee Thompson, the director. And it was very unusual because J. Lee had me come out to his house in Malibu. And my mom was up for the role that Sharon Acker eventually got. So my mom and I went to audition, and we thought, oh, we'll be asked to read, there'll be all this. And Lee just sat with us in his living room and talked with us and said to my mom, you know, I don't think you're right, but Tracey, yes. I was like, what? That had never happened to me before. Lee was amazing. First of all, I had mad respect for him. I loved speaking with him. He was this little slip of a person, and he had quit smoking, and God knows how long he had been, you know, not smoking, but he would rip pages out of, and paper strips, and he'd do this. And somehow he started calling me crazy. And I don't know whether he called me crazy prior to what happened as to why the film was changed, or after the event that happened as to why the entire ending was changed. We shot in Montreal for 10 weeks. So the first few weeks, it was just Melissa Sue Anderson and myself.
What time is it?
Past noon. Come on, it's time to get up. I want to hear all the gory details about you and Steve last night.
We were able to have one dinner right before production started, but Melissa was in every frame. So we didn't really get a chance to hang out, and I was sort of on my own for a while because I would work, and then I would work a little bit several days later, and I just wandered around the city and got a chance to really see Montreal. And then when the top 10, the rest of the kids came, then the fun started. We had so much fun together. They came kind of sporadically during the 10-week shoot. And when they were there, we were all together all the time, having so much fun. And I really stayed friendly with all the girls on the show. Matt Craven, I think Matt didn't negotiate a hotel room. So he slept on my sofa in my hotel room. And he was just so talented, so much fun. I stayed, you know, close with Lisa Langlois for a long time. And we're all connected by Facebook. Like I saw Richard Riviere many years ago when I was up in Toronto. And, you know, I just have such fond memories of every single one of the cast. Melissa Sue Anderson and I did a scene where we break into Leslie Donaldson's house. And I don't know, somehow we both fell through the window. I don't know, she really fell. I minorly fell, but we both were like, what happened? How did we both fall through this window? It was on a set. It wasn't even in a real house, and they kept it. It was Melissa Sue Anderson. She was supposed to be the original murderer. We had a huge group scene at the school. I mean, hundreds of extras.
Hey, everybody! I think they found something outside!
And everybody's supposed to run from all over. And I mean, it was a huge shot, huge wide shot. All of us in the top 10 had our spots where we needed, you know, our marks, where we needed to end. So camera would be able to see all of us. And as I was getting to my mark, one of the extras went, like, pointed in the opposite direction, but in pointing, hit me in the throat. So by the time I got to my mark, I was laughing. And it was a very serious scene. And I was laughing and choking and got to my mark and then did what I had to do. Oh my God. Lee went crazy. Stop! You ruined the whole shot. We have to do the whole thing over again. Oh my God, he was so mad at me. But when they watched the dailies, something happened that I would have such a weird reaction. And they rewrote the whole ending of the movie. So Irene Latinsky, who was the executive producer's assistant, asked to take me to dinner one night because I was getting ready to shoot the death scene, and then I'd be like, okay, bye, see you at the end of the movie, you know, although I had to stay there for all 10 weeks. And she said, by the way, you're the murderer. And I was like, wait, what? I said, I'm filming my death scene tomorrow. How on earth am I the murderer? And she explained the whole thing. And so we ended up, you know, shooting the end, and then I had to come back weeks later and reshoot the ending by myself. So we shot the ending with all the other actors, with Melissa Sue Anderson, and I guess they needed more close-ups or something. And this was not in the days now where I'm sure they have blood shooting out of everything, and I literally had a plate stuck to me with a knife in it, with tubes that went around the back, with the tubes going into 2 massive tubs of fake blood, and 2 guys, and the thing squeaks. So I'm doing my death scene, weak. I'm like, oh my God. So maybe that's why they had to have me come back, because I was like, what's going on back there? Does anybody have any WD-40 or something? My character is supposed to drown in a bathtub, but I kept bubbling. And they had mortician's wax all in my ears and my nose, everywhere, so I would not bubble. I bubble. I don't know what it is about me, but I bubble. They probably went, oh, forget killing her off. Let's just make her the murderer. Oh my God. I could literally not even be around the other castmates in their makeup. It was so real that I was so sick to my stomach. I was the only murderer with a queasy stomach. Wow, the makeup was incredible. I mean, incredible. Do you know that the film was originally had an X rating? And it wasn't because we were naked. It was because of the extreme gore. And if I'm remembering correctly, we made $11 million the first weekend, which at that time was a lot of money for a movie. And if you look at everybody that was in it, and we had Glenn Ford and Melissa Sue Anderson and J. Lee Thompson directing, and, you know, I think there was a lot of cachet there. Oh, well, I made a lot of my friends go see it, and I guess I forgot the part that it was a horror movie. And the executive producer of Days of Our Lives, who was going to Young and Restless, I made him go, and up until the day he died, he would say to me, I can't believe you made me go see that movie. And it seems like the movie keeps going on and on, that people who watch it all the time. They love to watch it around Halloween. It's nice that something that I did so long ago has meaning to people.
I can just see him walking through the woods, stalking out his latest victim.
I was so happy that I got to have that experience. But I think you take experiences from every project, and they shape you into who you are today and how you are as an actor. Everyone was so great. I learned so much. I got to work with such pros. Every single one of the actors were pros. I was the newbie. You know, I was the new one, new kid on the block. So it was really nice that everyone just was so wonderful to me.